Hello. Oh, happy day. Just been to the tip. I make this a weekly occurrence now. It's, I might do it more often than once a week because I was talking to one of the people. It's the council tip. I live in between the nearest sewage farm, council tip, the dog pound. Um, used to be at Hell's Angels, or Outlaws, Hell's Angels. I don't know, one of those bikie headquarters here, but the coppers cleaned them out about 5 years back, 6 years ago. They were their clubhouse, one of those big Comancheros. Yeah, they're long gone. So as you can imagine, I'm probably not necessarily in the best part of town, but it just reminds me of my childhood in Smithfield. Pig farms, toilet dumps. You know, it's like coming home week for me. Anyway, just been up there and oh look, I forgot to take my garbage up. But I could have saved them a trip tomorrow. Anyway, so it wasn't a huge success. It never is, but you pay so little for these. He wanted $3 for them. I said, "Look, mate, I'll double it. No, I won't double it. I'll give you five." But I don't know why, but this one took my eye for some bizarre reason. It's in the colours of South Sydney. Maybe that's why. But it's obviously some kid has painted it, because it was just one of those things. But I love the patina on it. I love, you know, that sort of stuff. I always have. That was worth it just for that. Um, yeah, a bit of a mixed bag. Heaps and heaps of DVDs, but I did get one, which is well worth having because this is warning. This DVD may contain scenes that shock, offend, and educate. Some and that's, which is the car races here in Canberra. When I lived down in Canberra in the 1980s, I used to go to them every year, and basically the whole capital city of Australia is just overrun with hoons in hot rods, just screaming around, doing burnouts and donuts. This happens here every day, but once a year in Canberra, it's a real big deal. Plus, I used to work for Kerry Packer, and Jeff Paradise was the editor of street racing, one of the street racing machines here in Australia. And he's a complete prick, but he died, and got a brand new Mercedes about 8 years ago, and it was out this area. He brought it out here. And I don't know if he committed suicide, but he did it head on. He took a brand new Mercedes, something SL, and slammed into a bloody truck head on. I mean, that's just strange. Anyway, he's gone. Um, this is Fat Pizza. It is the absolute, total, utter opposite of political correctness. It cannot get more politically incorrect than this. And the great thing about it is the people that make it are the very people that are supposed to be offended by, things. And, the Lebanese, Maltese, Aborigines, and they just take the piss. They could get away with it because, you know what I mean. But I'm really looking forward to this. Lots of good stuff on here. And the follow up to this was Housos, which is about housing commission people, and that's even funnier. It's actually really really funny, but it's just might as well be a documentary. It's like I live with those sorts of people in this street. Well, they've gone, thank God. The houses across the road are gone, but you know we got some nice people moved in. That's very unusual. Yeah, so houses is a ripper. And I had another one too, but yeah, so highly recommended. This is extremely funny stuff. Extremely funny. Okay, and for some reason, I had a feeling I had to go there today. I always follow my instincts. And it's pretty knocked about. And it looks like someone's had a Vindaloo curry and picked their nose and stuck it on there. But this is pretty extraordinary score, actually. Oh dear, look, bit of snot. Get that snot off now. He's got a monobrow. Thick book. One for the toilet when I'm sitting in there straining at stool. A suitable book to read while you're doing a big stinking shit, don't you think? But it's got some great picks in here, man. There's the Easy Beats from my era, and it's just great. It's 4 pictures, and I reckon this would be easily the 90s. This would have come out. Glasgow with a Kiss. Now, it's written by Murray Engelhart, who wrote Sex, Beers, Blood, Beers. What's that song by Blood, Sweat and Tears? Blood, Sweat and Beers. The history of, AC/DC, the Angels, Rose Tattoo, etc., etc. X, the Australian X, who shit on the US band X, and they were actually around before the US band. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's not get into that. With Arnaud Durieux, a Frenchman. So I'm really chuffed. Really chuffed. Yeah. So that was 2006. So, and 2 albums, and like I said, out here it's all country or religious. There's a lot of those religious creeps out here, Mormons and Seventh-day Adventists, and the ones even worse than them. The family. Those ones that don't pay any taxes, and when I did Meals on Wheels, I had to go to some of these places, and you could see some of the people where just wanted to get out of there. I felt so sorry for them, They were trapped, just trapped by that fucking con. I fucking despise and hate all religion. It's all a bloody great scam, mate. And dreams don't mean a fucking thing. There's nothing mystical about dreams. They're just things that you experience during the day that either excited you, confused you, or for whatever reason, and you just make dreams out of that to try and sort it out. Whatever. Anyway, enough of that. No Freud today, no Jung. But instead of Freud and Jung, we're going to have Merv Gleeson and Marty Robbins. I'm chuffed. This one's in beautiful condition. Original price $13, $20.99. J&B Records. So there's about 1 million tracks on here. So sound quality might be okay. You never know with these, but it's got all hits. El Paso, Hanging Tree, Cool Water, Hanging Me Tonight, Streets of Laredo. Dave Graney does the best version of that. Just Married, Ribbon of Darkness, White Sports Coat, and A Pink Carnation. Well, that's one of the songs when I was a kid. One of the first songs that ever turned me on, ever. Billy the Kid, Devil Woman, not the Cliff Richard one. Big Iron, Singing the Blues. You Gave Me a Mountain, 18 Yellow Roses, etc. Very, very, very happy to have this. I had it on CD and I gave it to an ex-girlfriend. And so that went. And Merv Gleeson, I've sort of heard of him, but what sold me on this, 1981, so the production will be good. It's got pedal steel, dobro, bass, banjo, fiddle, rhythm guitar, mouth harp. Pretty much a bunch of unknowns to me, but it was sort of one of those lower rung ones that came later. And I just got a good feeling about this one. I got a feeling it's going to be really good. House Where the Wind Blows Cold. Paulson Combination, Still Living in the Past, The Convict's Dream. It sounds like it should be pretty damn good. And I just bought it mainly because it's in superb condition. He actually looks, he's obviously part Aboriginal. Um, yeah, you can see it there. Yes, he's definitely Aboriginal, part Aboriginal, which is a good thing because Aboriginals tend to really love country music, and when they do it really well. What sold me on this was the condition of the record, but the label. I had to get it just for the label. This is mint, absolutely mint. Never been played, no spindle marks, no nothing. But check out the label. Bullet Records. I got a good feeling. I'm getting a good vibe off this. I got a feeling it's going to be pretty damn good. Not necessarily every track, but just the fact that it's got dobro on it, banjo and fiddle. It's got to be good. It's got to be. You know, if it had like there's no bass or guitar or anything on here. Oh, rhythm guitar, but that's meaningless. But the only other guitar is pedal steel, of course. So I used to play steel guitar when I was a kid. I gave it up, and I wish I'd kept at it. I really love pedal steel. So I'm a happy chappy. So little um, Pokey the pony says goodbye, everybody. She doesn't want to go. She just wants to have another look.